আপনারা দেখছেন টকিং পয়েন্ট,
সৌজন্যে মাহবুব এন্ড কো অ্যাকাউন্টেন্টস।
Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking to our distinguished guest today, Khandakar Abdul Muktadir. He is chairman of Bangladesh Dairy Towel and Linen Manufacturers Association, Exporters Association also, BTTLMEA. Mr. Abdul Muktadir, we were talking about the garment industry in general and the conditions and health conditions and whether they can be moved to better locations rather than being in residential commercial areas and causing confusion and congestion in the city.
Well, government has already taken up a plan. They're taking steps to set up a garments village.
Right.
That's about 60-70 kilometers away from Dhaka city.
60-70 kilometers.
Yeah.
Within 10 years it will be part of Dhaka city.
The area where Dhaka ends, I'm talking from that point. Okay. The present boundary of Dhaka. From there, the place is, name of the place is Gazaria. So Gazaria about 60-70 kilometers from
Right.
there. Okay. So they're going, they're on way to construct a garments village where few thousand factories can be relocated. So
And the
move
workers
is
will be
on.
housed there. How will
That
the
will
workers
be
commute?
that will be a very big complex.
Right.
But since I'm not directly involved
Right,
with the
see.
RMG sector, I
Right.
can't tell you in details about how
What
exactly
about,
they're going
what
to do
about
that.
your sector? Will it be moved to, because you have got about
All-
80-90 factories
Yes,
over
all the
two cities.
No, all the home textile factories
Right.
that our association represents are outside city because these factories are quite large
Right.
in size.
Right.
So all of them are outside Dhaka. None of them are in
They
city.
can-
They can't be in city.
Right. They
because-
cannot be accommodated on a rooftop of an
No, no,
office
no,
building.
no, no,
No.
no.
Oh, that's very good. That's really encouraging news that because the environment is so important for healthy living these days. Has always been, but there's more awareness about such things, and this is something that if you have taken care of it, you must be congratulated. Let's come back to see, when we started, we talked about the conditions conducive to attracting investment from overseas. And I think on your website, I have seen export or perish, see. If that's a very good slogan, see. If you have to export to exist, you have got to export to get money, see. And as I said in the beginning, Bangladesh is doing very well because of the RMG, ready-made garments industry, your textile industry, and the remittances sent by our brave workers in so many countries, including Middle East. See. I also raised the question about whether this money is being reinvested or to improve the lot of the people who are providing this, or is this being wasted away on getting four-wheelers and SUV for the very flashy young people of rich families. Anyway, we need a very stable political situation in any country to have sound industrial base. Is that right?
Of course, that's the pivotal condition.
Yes. Now, how can we achieve that? You said in the beginning that the political situation is unstable.
Well, I'll start from where you started.
Right.
The expatriate money that are coming from outside are basically people who are living at a lower income group.
Right.
They're sending money mostly from the Middle East, and those monies are directly sent to their families, and those families generally are not being able to put it in a savings. This is being spent. So this money, whatever billions these are coming from, like 10-12 billion, last year it was 14 billion.
Yes.
This money is adding up to the consumption.
Right.
So consumers expenditure is, consumers' spending is increasing. That is in one way strengthening the
Local economy.
local economy, consumption, and economy is being strengthened because of
There's
this.
always a knock-on effect of if we spend
course.
100,000 taka, it goes to somewhere, and then 100,000 or 10,000 persons will be benefiting.
That's called multiplier effect.
Right.
If you spend $1 in an economy, like multiplier effect in US is 1.8. If you spend $1, the effect will be $1.8.
True, true. Now, this money that is that's coming in, sent in by our valiant workers overseas, see, and they're being spent on food and items available in the shops, and making better houses, maybe sending their children to better schools and all that. That's very good, you see. And I say with a lot of fear and a lot of horrible feelings that those people who are working overseas and sending this very much needed money, they are not being given the kind of security and social insurance cover that they should have been. Do you agree? People working in Middle East, I will not name
Yes.
a name of a country, see.
You can name Malaysia, there are other Middle Eastern countries where people...
And a person, unfortunate person, loses his limbs, loses his one foot, one leg, see. He comes home. What is he good for now? Nobody knows, you see. Nobody wants to know him. There's no insurance for his health, for his benefits, whether he will get some certain amount of money.
We also hear all terrifying stories from some of the countries. Our workers, our people are going and in thousands, that they are not being well paid.
That's
They are being forced to reside in places where two people can barely live.
True.
10 or 12 people are being
I agree
forced
with you.
in there. So these are horrifying stories.
But who
keep
can
coming
look
all the
after
time.
them? Who can look after them? If the poor chaps cannot look after themselves, see. So we are benefiting from their money. So the government of the day should have conditions before, set down conditions before they are employed by the foreign employers.
This thing needs to be looked into, and the quicker the better. We have a expatriate ministry and expatriate welfare ministry functional in Bangladesh. They need to be more vigilant. They need to be more active, functional.
Right.
And our embassies should be very much attentive to the plight of these people.
True.
We can't afford to let our people go somewhere and simply die.
Right.
They go there, whatever they earn, whatever money they send, that is coming out of their sweat.
True.
So we need to take care of them.
True, true. This is always this has always been my concern, that these people go, they send money home, but there is no insurance. You see, even if 1% of the money was put in a bank or in a fund, that if anything happens to our workers overseas, it will be used for that. They will be providing legal help to them. See, their dead bodies will be brought back in time. See, and they will not be running around from here to there. See. If this can be done, and I will request you, if you have this at the top of your agenda to do that, that will be a great service to the Bangladeshi workers overseas. Dear viewers, we have an announcement to make. Like last year, we have a competition, Cooking Queen. We have received so many inquiries, and so many people are contesting, have expressed their desire to contest. So please do register your interest on our website, www.ntveurope.net/cookingqueen. And also another announcement that I have to make, and please make a note in your diary, from 19th of August, NTV Europe will be available on a Sky Channel 838. From 19th of August on a Sky Channel 838, not 852, as we will be until 18th of August. Thank you. Khandakar Abdul Muktadir, we were talking about the conditions and we were talking about providing the best of facilities to our people. As I was telling you in the beginning that this is our last show before Ramadan and we'll take a break during Ramadan, break and breakfast both. Ramadan brings Allah's blessings, rewards, bounties, forgiveness and salvation. As I always say that with the latest international media focus on Muslims, I think we have to show it to the world that Muslims can behave mature, like mature nations and behave decently and nicely, and we can conduct our affairs without getting into trouble. What are your working hours during Ramadan in your factories?
Same, 8 hours.
8 hours. No cut down of working hours?
No, we. Why? Ramadan doesn't suggest that you don't have to work during that period. No, that's not the spirit of Ramadan.
No.
We adjust it with our suhoor and iftar time.
Right. You do change time.
Of course. And even in a normal day,
right,
there is a break in that 8 hours.
Right.
Lunch break and other meal break. The same thing goes in the Ramadan also, not
right,
for meal break, but for Zohar prayer and
right, great,
Asr prayer.
Do they get extra bonus during Eid?
Of course.
Great.
There are 2 festival bonuses.
Right. And is it like the equivalent to their monthly salary?
That is equivalent to their basic salary, basic monthly salary.
Thank you very much, Abdul Muktadir Sahab. It was a pleasure meeting you and welcoming you to our show.
Thanks
and
for having
your time. Thank you, viewers, for being with us. We'll be taking a month's break, and then after Ramadan, we'll meet again, same time, same channel, but can't say next week, next month. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you.